What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another unboxing and review video. Big shout out goes out to DYU for reaching out to me for the second time to review one of their e-bikes. This is the C3 model. I'm gonna unbox and assemble this thing. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. Let's get started. And that's pretty much it. Super easy installation. Top 5 easiest e-bikes to put together that I ever had to assemble. This thing is insane. Look how small this thing is. I'm like 5'8", but this is a little mini bike that's cool, man. I can't wait to try it out. At this point, as always, I'm gonna let this thing fully charge so I can give it a proper test. Then we're gonna hit the road, we're gonna do a speed test, we're gonna talk about the specs, talk about the price, and my opinion of this cool looking mini e-bike. Let's go!
Alright guys, here we are outside. The bike is fully charged. This thing is so small, it's insane. But let's go ahead and start with the starting procedure, which is the most simple I've ever had on any of the e-bikes I reviewed. It's just a power button. Hit that power button, this will turn on, and all we have here on the right side on the screen is 4 dots that show us the battery percentage, or how much juice the battery has left. That's all we really get. Power button and this other button is for the headlight. If you hold it down for 3 seconds, it'll turn the headlight on. Super simple. And since we don't have a speedometer over here, let me pull out my phone so we can see what the GPS speed is on this bike. So let's start with the speed test, as we always do. This bike does not have other modes. There's only a single speed mode on there, so this should be easy and fast. Unfortunately, there's too much things happening here. I couldn't fit my phone mount, so I'm just gonna hold this and let's see what kind of speed we get from this bike. Hopefully you guys can see my screen or my phone. It's very nice and smooth start. Also, another thing I've noticed is I do not think that it has pedal assist, so when you pedal it, it's just like a regular bike. But here we are hitting 14 miles an hour, throttle only. I mean, for a small bike like this, and for the motor that it has, that's pretty good actually. Alright. So that was pretty simple. We don't have other modes, only one single mode on here with the throttle, 14 miles an hour. That's cool. Let me put this away. And just for sake of science, let me see what happens if I just pedal. Yeah, if I just pedal, the motor does not do anything. Yeah, no motor help when pedaling. It's just like a regular bike. I do like the fact that it has a throttle and not a thumb throttle. I much prefer having that over a thumb throttle. And yeah, this bike is super chill, very low key, but it moves. It'll get you from point A to point B. Some people, this is all they're after. This is all they need. It does not have suspension. There is only suspension in like the seat. There's some springs, but no issue at all. And when you combine the motor and pedaling, it gives it a nice little kickstart, you know. I really like the maneuverability of this thing. It's got 14-inch tires, and it's so small, such a low center of gravity, very maneuverable. The seat is super comfortable for what it is. They could have went with a cheaper seat, but this one is actually really nice. A lot of foam padding makes it very nice to ride on. I mean, I still can't get over how small this thing is. It's so crazy. And with the motor on here, we'll talk about all the specs in a second, but that motor is working fine. This bike is so small, it's super fun to carve with it. Very responsive. And I really like how small the handlebar is. It's kind of cool. You got like more control in a way. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of cool. Alright, I want to do a little brake test, so let me get up to speed, and as soon as we pass this Toyota right here, we'll hit the brake. 1, 2. Oh my god, amazing. You can see my skid mark. I didn't wait till I passed the car, but you're talking about maybe 6 feet, even less. Pretty decent. We can run it again just to make sure. Alright, here we go. Pedal to get it up to speed. I will try to hit the brake when I pass the car. 1, 2. That was even, I think, better than last time. So I started to see the second skid line. I started right when that car ended. Actually, same amount of distance as the last time. About 6 feet. But the brakes are very responsive. Pretty nice. But anyways, let me stop right here real quick and we'll talk about the specs. Alright, so this is the DYU C3 electric bike. It features a 350 watt hub motor in the rear, coupled with a 36 volt 7.5 amp hour battery. This should give you a range of up to 20 miles or so. We have 14-inch tires with these really cool rims, mechanical brakes front and rear with a 160mm rotor. We have an adjustable seat, and the handlebar can collapse for easy transportation or storage. This bike has a headlight in the front and an active brake light in the rear. The weight of this bike is 44.75 pounds. And the weight limit is 265 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have our rear brake, our battery percentage display, headlight on and off switch, and on the left side we have our front brake, our power button, and a bell. And that's pretty much it for the specs. Now last but not least, the price. The current price of this e-bike is $329, which is pretty insane. And as I mentioned earlier, if you guys use code VOLTED, you'll get a little bit more of a discount on top of that, and you'll help support the channel and get a discount, which is a win-win situation. But that's pretty much all the specs on this bike. Let's continue riding this thing and give our final thoughts. So yeah, I mean, for the specs that this bike has to offer and the price, it all makes sense. Very cool for somebody who just maybe want to get into e-bikes. And just the overall rideability of this thing, it's fun. It kind of brings out the kid in you. You know what I mean? I like I said earlier, the carving of this thing is fun to do. It's so tiny, you know? And then I guess we got the final question. Do I recommend this e-bike? Yes, obviously it's not going to be the fastest e-bike in the world, not the craziest with suspension, but we're talking ratio of what you're getting to the price. And I think that for $329 plus the discount you get by using my code, definitely worth it. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. Good value for money over here. Perfect for somebody young, maybe your kids, or somebody who's just getting into this world, small commute. This is perfect for that. So thumbs up for me. But that's pretty much it for me in this review, guys. I appreciate you watching. As always, if you stuck to the end, extra special thank you and shout out goes out to you. If you enjoyed this review, All I can ask from you to do is leave a like on this video. It's free and takes no effort at all. If you want to see more of these reviews, and there are plenty more coming, definitely make sure to subscribe. That's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys very much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.